Hi there, Sander Kraakman, Thoughts in Action, and I'd like to tell you something about failing and making mistakes. Now, everybody, of course, makes mistakes and fails every once in a while, but my daughter came home and she said she had failed in a certain project or enterprise. That made me think about failing and about how it is that we have always a sort of uncomfortable feeling with failing, right? We cannot really accept it. Well, I think we have a tendency of listening to other people way too often. And the first thing you need to know is that you never need to apologize for failures that you make to other people. And don't even believe that other people will think of you as a failure, because that's the reason why we obviously feel uncomfortable a lot of times. And there's also an interesting thing to know. When you make a mistake or you fail in something and there's nobody around, you usually don't feel so uncomfortable. But with other people around, then you start making up things as what will they say about me? What will they think about me? Well, after contemplating a little bit, I could distinguish about three different types of failures. The first one is a pretty easy one. That is as I call the lazy failure. That's when you make a mistake and you stop immediately. You make a mistake trying to reach your goal, trying to invent something, try to do a certain project. And after the first bump in the road, the first threshold you encounter, you say, okay, I quit. Well, that's an easy thing. You might as well not even start anything at all anymore, because what's the point, right? The second one I found out that it was the so-called, well, you can call it a negative failure. That is when you make a mistake, make a failure during reaching your goal, and after that you make the same mistake again and again and again. You can compare it with the story about the fly in U Squared. The fly is trying to go outside where his freedom is, and he keeps on bumping into the same glass, the same window again and again. Well, if he would stop and, well, obviously look to the right or the left hand side, there would be an open door or an open window. Now, the third one I found out, that's what I call the positive, or the failure that we would like to encounter. That's the one that when you fail or make a mistake, you just take a step back, evaluate, and try a different approach. Maybe even wait a little bit longer and try the quantum leap. Now, obviously, all the big inventors, the people who reach a success, have failed most of the time, a lot of times. And what do? They use the positive failure to learn, to grow, to try again, to think, to evaluate. And they don't care about what other people say at all. They just don't care. Because they have their goal and they think, well, now I know how I shouldn't do it, let's try a different approach. Like Edison did with inventing the light bulb, or Marconi, the Italian scientist, when inventing the frequencies and the vibration. Well, conclusion, if you make a failure, don't take it so hard on yourself. Don't look at others, don't listen even to others, keep on going. Take a step back, think, evaluate, and continue. That's what failures are all about, to learn, to grow. Thanks, see you next time.